Welcome! This video describes enhancements made in Release 57 to allow users to access quick sourcing rather than the full advanced sourcing screen in certain situations, such as recalling an invoice item, clicking Source It on a sales order with only one item, and right-clicking on an item on a sales order with more than one sourced item. This allows for a more streamlined sourcing process. Before we get into the new functionality, let's make sure quick sourcing is enabled. The existing Use Quick Sourcing flag found at Controls System General Setup will continue to control whether the quick sourcing screen is accessed when entering a sell quantity on an invoice that is greater than the part's available quantity. If unchecked, the older insufficient quantity window will be accessed instead. Now let's look at the new right-click functionality. When the user right-clicks an item on an invoice, the options Quick Sourcing and Advanced Sourcing are now available in the menu on all sourced and sold items, but not on return items. This item had been entered with the BO modifier. Let's try clicking on Quick Sourcing. And we get our Quick Sourcing screen. Now let's try the right-click Quick Sourcing on an item I've already sold from the shelf and reserved. It would be unusual to access sourcing in this case, but perhaps the user found they didn't really have the item on the shelf. In this case, the quick sourcing screen is displayed, but the user will be directed to the advanced sourcing screen, and they can just click advanced sourcing to access that. Now, let's review the changes that have been made to the functionality of the Source It button. On an invoice with multiple sourced items, if the user clicks Source It, the advanced sourcing screen will be displayed as it did on previous releases. But as long as Use Quick Sourcing is enabled in Controls System General Setup, and the invoice only has one row with a sourced part number, and no stock has been reserved for the item, then on this release, the Source It button will access the Quick Sourcing screen for more streamlined sourcing. The Quick Sourcing window has an Advanced Sourcing button, so the user can still access Advanced Sourcing if desired. Our next enhancement helps ensure sources have enough stock after the sell quantity is increased. As of this release, if the user recalls a sourced item on an invoice and increases the quantity, the Quick Sourcing screen will display. Also, if increasing the sell quantity of an S modifier item that's already on the invoice but had not yet been reserved, if the new sell quantity is greater than the shelf quantity, the Quick Sourcing pop-up will also display in that case. As on previous releases, shipping for sourced items can be edited by clicking Confirm Purchases from the Advanced Sourcing screen, clicking Edit Shipping from Quick Sourcing, or right-clicking a sourced item and clicking Edit Sourced Shipping. However, on this release, that shipping will be zeroed out if the user subsequently increases the order quantity from the Quick Sourcing screen or increases sell quantity on the invoice or Quick Sourcing screen and then clicks Oversell on the Quick Sourcing screen. In these cases, the user will have to re-access the Edit Shipping screen and enter the information. There will be no warning regarding this, and this applies to not only the shipping amount, but ship method, shipper number, and vendor note. So it's a good idea to not edit the shipping until the invoice sources have all been chosen. Let's cover a few extra special cases. If the user right-clicks an item on an invoice and chooses Quick Sourcing after finish or deposit has already been done, a new message will display warning them that they need to start a new ticket. Upon reserving stock on a sales order by clicking Reserve, Finish, Invoice, or any other method, if there's no longer enough inventory for a single sold part number, the system will display a previously existing pop-up. A cancel button has been added to this pop-up so the user is not forced into sourcing, as the user may want to instead sell a different item or cancel the transaction. Upon reserving stock on a sales order by clicking Reserve, Finish, Invoice, or any other method, if there is no longer enough inventory for more than one sold part number, the system will display a previously existing pop-up indicating such. A cancel button has also been added to this pop-up. For items that have a BO, DS, or XF modifier, if quick sourcing is accessed using the right-click menu option or the Source It button, the following conditions will be true, allowing the user to start from scratch and oversell or source the item from the same or a different source. The shelf quantity field will be 0, the ordered quantity field will be 0, the oversell button will be functional. Thank you for watching our video. Please consult your help manual for more information and other videos.